Well, hello everyone and welcome to King of Retail 2 early access version. Yeah, the sequel to the King of Retail 1 that came out many years ago. When I say many years ago, I mean gamer years. I'm talking like, I think 4 years ago. Let me actually double check that. Yeah, so a little bit over, I think it came out in 2021. And then officially, I think full release came out in 2022, I believe. Maybe, or I might be wrong about that. It might have came out in 2022 for all I know. It doesn't matter. What matters is we are here playing King of Retail 2. And if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, you know that I played King of Retail 1 quite religiously. A lot of episodes, hundreds of episodes of King of Retail 1. Big fan of it, and it actually one of the first series that launched my YouTube channel and to become where it's at now. So it's very exciting to have King of Retail 2 here, and I want to say special thank you to the dev for sending me over a key so that I can show it off to all of you early on, as the game is slated to be released in early access on May 22nd of 2025, so just a couple of days depending on when you watch this away. Just in case you don't know what King of Retail 2 is, I'll give you a little bit of description. Ready to build another empire? You are once again back in the role as manager, trying to make the best of a busy store. Find the right things to sell and get the right employees and turn every stone for a profit. Can you handle the pressure, or will you go under? Welcome to King of Retail 2. This is developed and published by Freaking Games. Yeah, that's right. You heard me right. Freaking Games. Kind of a note to set here, because it's not actually what was in King of Retail 1, but there is a roadmap to King of Retail 2 here, and there is AI generated content disclosure in this game as well. Unlike King of Retail 1, they did go with AI generated content in this game. What is that going to be like? It's going to be very similar to like Inzoi, and how you can just, I think, randomly generate AI art for your store and things like that. This is under the Unreal Engine, so it does look like they have a little bit of upgrade compared to the last game. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you with this kind of like just intro to King of Retail 2. Everything that King of Retail 1 ended on, I was super excited about, because the way King of Retail 1 fully and finally developed was just a complete game, and it was amazing. Now, hopefully, they take that complete game and those gameplays and they transfer that over to King of Retail 2 and maybe expand upon that. That's what I would like to see. But we'll have to see. This is early access, so we'll see what's part of early access here in King of Retail 2. I would like to add on to this before we jump in here is the developer did come out to say that this game will be in development for at least 3 years. So 1.0 for King of Retail 2 might be coming sometime in 2028. That's the best we got for our character here. Couldn't really find any hair that kind of matched me. That's probably as closest that you can get. Same with the facial hair. Not really too big on like how it looks. It looks very weird, the hair and the facial hair, but whatever. One thing I would probably like to see here is like some sort of like number, like, hey, number of hairstyle, like style 1, style 2, style 3. I was sitting here cycling through and I wasn't sure how many times I've cycled through. Also, color, you can't really match the color exactly to the other, like your hair color or your beard. Maybe if there was some sort of code to kind of like, you know, maybe match the color entirely, that would be nice. But it doesn't, you know, whatever. It's a little bit that, a little bit this. Hey, we have glasses though, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and confirm the changes here and continue our journey here in King of Retail 2, right? Yeah, let's start the game. I just realized I couldn't actually change my shirt color. There was no shirt color change, so hopefully we'll be able to do that as we get into this. Hopefully. It definitely seems like in this game they've gone the more visual way, very much so compared to the last one, which, you know, honestly, the simplicity of the last game of visually how it looked, I didn't mind it. It was fine. It was good. Gameplay, which was super important to me in the last game. Hopefully that translates over to this one. Welcome to the city. So you think you've got what it takes to become the king of retail? Citywide domination, multiple store chains, and market leadership. That's what it takes to claim the crown. But even the greatest started small. So let's get your first store off the ground. Okay, so let's see. Creating a concept. So in King of Retail, you'll build your own retail empire Whether it's sleek electronics store, a trendy fashion boutique, or a cozy home decor shop, a retail concept defines your store's identity, what you sell, who you sell to, how you price, and how you present yourself. Think of your favorite supermarket or clothing store. They follow very different concepts. You can run a single concept or manage multiple ones across your chain. Let us choose yours. Very well. All right. Cool. So create a concept. Select product group. Okay, so which product group will you focus on initially? You currently have access to all products. Enjoy it while it lasts. Wait. Why do I have that? Why do we have all the products? Is it because we're playing an early version of the game? Maybe. Okay, I don't necessarily like that. I thought I could at least choose a product to start out with, like in the first game, but maybe because it's an early version of the, or maybe it's because it's not the release. I don't know. Set the concept name. Now, I believe the concept name would be the entire incorporation, like your company's organization's name, not so much the store name, right? So it would be like, hey, we are the, I don't know what the hell we are. What are we? The King of Cans. It's a work in progress name there. But like the King of Cans, and then King of Cans owns all the different like grocery stores, home decor stores, electronic stores, and stuff like that. Select the concept logo. Whoa. Nope. Go back. Okay, select the concept logo. Wait, is that it? Just the 5? Okay, 5 logos. I mean, I could import my own, and I guess you can make your own custom logo, but I was hoping there would be a little bit more on the on this end. I wonder if I can change this later. All right, we'll just select one, and maybe possibly we can change that later. In summary, your concept is now ready. Do you wish to proceed or go back and revisit your decisions? You will be able to rebrand your concept later on. Okay, cool. We'll be able to rebrand later on. All right, confirm and set up. Now we have $100,000. It looks like we start out with. So that's cool. So your first store with your concept ready. I'm kind of bummed out that I can't like actually choose a product that I want to focus on right away. With your concept ready, it's time to find the perfect location. The highlighted buildings are available for rent. Some cost more but offer higher foot traffic. Others are cheap, but you'll need to work harder to attract customers. Look around and pick the spot you think that has the most potential to start your retail empire. Very cool. Finding property. When setting up a store, you must decide whether to rent or buy the property. Make sure the local population matches your target customers. This is the problem. I don't know. I mean, we have all products available to us, so there's not really anything for us to like kind of target it on, and we don't really know what to target on and how to target, because I guess we are gonna have every product available to us, right? There's not really a start here. There's no true to rags to riches, huh? Right now, at least. The population. You can click on each building to see its citizens. And when opening a store, the green ring shows which buildings you can expect to draw customers from. Right. Renting property. Buildings with yellow pillars are available for rent. Renting is the cheaper option since it requires no down payment. However, rented property can't be expanded and you'll need to pay a daily rent. So just like the last game, if you're renting the property, you can't customize the walls or anything like that. You have to buy the property in order to actually do any of that. Buying property. When you have money, you can buy property, both existing buildings and empty lots. Owned properties can be merged into one large store or kept as separate locations. Filters. To see the various filters, you can also apply to the city overlay and click on this button, and that's the end of this guide. Now, if I remember correctly, in the last game, I don't know if we actually had this much money to start out with. Maybe we did. What I'm kind of worried about right now also is the fact that we don't have an HQ. It's looking like that might be the case. They have not introduced an HQ, and they've kind of given us all the products already. Like, here's all the grocery items, here's all the clothing items, here's all the electronic items. Go have fun. Oh, by the way, there's no HQ. I really hope that's not the point, or I really hope that's not true, but Yeah, small apartments, property size, buy for $120,000. What am I buying? Am I actually buying apartments? Really not sure. Um, Even though I do see like something in there. I do see something in there. Building for rent. Office building. Maybe if I buy the office building, I can turn that into an HQ. But I'm pretty sure I remember starting out with an HQ. Empty land. I don't have enough money for that. What is this? This is a rental. Administrators, pensioners, students, tourists, retail workers, laborers, office workers, and VIPs. Looks like they got rid of celebrities in this game, and maybe turn them into VIPs. What is this? Like a movie theater, a cinema. Can you buy the cinema? Seems kind of cool. Wait. You can buy a mall? Empty land? Building for rent. 1,300 a day. What was this one again? What was this one? 1,100. All right, we'll do this. It looks like we don't really have enough money to buy anything, so we're gonna have to rent something. So let's rent this building for $1,100 a day. Yeah, let's do it. Rent. Yes. New store, expand property, new HQ. So I do wonder if we can have an HQ. Let's see. I kind of want to see. Did I say leave empty? Oh, shoot. I just wanted to kind of back that out. Oh, no. What did I do? Okay. There's the empty building that I have. Okay. Should we... Can we sell it? How can I sell it? I rent it. Do you wish to terminate the contract and abandon this property? If it's a rental, there should be already a building there. If I buy that for a 500,000, can I like buy anything? I don't know. I don't know if I'm assuming it's grayed out, which means if it's something that's grayed out, that means we can't actually use the office or HQ maybe. Yeah, like new HQs grayed out, expand properties grayed out, and that could be because we don't own the property, so therefore we can't expand the property, and we don't own an HQ. I'm not sure. This is kind of strange to me. Select a concept for the store, King of Cans. Well, that's not the concept. Is that the concept? I guess that's the concept. I mean, I really wanted to make the King of Cans the corporation. Preparation, $5,000, total payment $50,000. Yeah. I guess we can transfer 50K. I feel like $100,000 is a lot of money to start out with. Yeah. But let's do the full 100. Can we do the full 100? Yeah, let's do the full 100. I guess total payment. Yeah. And then set the store name. Well, I don't know. I don't even know what kind of store we're doing. I guess it's like grocery or clothing. Hands. Dress or less? Question mark? I don't know. I guess we have everything unlocked. So confirm setup. Yeah. All right, well, let's get down into there and see what's going on. So there we are. Go to your store. Your building is ready. Visit your store to begin the setup process. Sure, let's do it. All right, let's go to the store. Go to the store and check it out. Okay. And so far, it's not the same as it was, at least in the last game. So design your store. Before we fill the store with products inventory, let us give it a proper makeover. In the build mode, you can adjust the store's layout, build, move, paint, and decorate, and make sure it has just the right look. A well-designed store keeps customers happy and business running smoothly. Oh, okay. Are we literally like building right away? Wow, this looks strange. Why is everything so spaced out? Why is everything so gapped? Why is everything so fake? This looks super strange, man. Right. Okay. So wait, I don't own this building though, right? So how am I supposed to do any modifications to the building if I don't own it. Visit build mode by using the hammer button at the top menu. Sure, yeah. All right, I guess we're gonna go into build mode. This is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of this. Not like all of, I'll tell you what I'm afraid of here in a sec. Building your store. Sure, building your store. To build the store of your dreams, you just need to follow a few simple rules. Once those are met, the possibilities are endless. Adding elements. This is what I'm afraid of. Simply select an item from the menu, then click where you want it. Notice some items can be placed on walls. The one thing I'm afraid of about this game, at least what I'm experiencing so far, is I feel like they're gonna try to get fancy with it and be like, yes, you can decorate all these things, and really kind of take away and subtract the gameplay that I love the most, which is actually the business side and running a business. Like I said, King of Retail 1 visually was fine. Yeah, it looked like an old Windows Microsoft game, but that was the charm to it. And the best part about it was the gameplay and the logistics of it. The building. The structure must form a single closed loop, meaning every wall must connect to exactly one other wall or at both ends. Sure. Going up. Also notice you can change levels using the button, allowing you to build upwards. Upper levels must overlap the level below. Okay. Verifying the building. Finalized by checking all the requirements are met, and if they are, the new building layout will be fully constructed, making it ready for purchase. Well, I don't know. Didn't we rent this place? We don't own this place. Why are we doing so many modifications to this place? Now, if I remember correctly, in the last King of Retail, they gave us a building, right? And then we had the building, and the building was laid out just as it was, right? We couldn't do anything special to the building. It was just how it was and how it came. It was kind of like a prefab, right? It was a prefab building, and since we rented it, we couldn't make any modifications, which was fine. At least it was a store shell. At least realistically, if you lease out a property, you lease out a store, you know, you at least get a store shell. But in this case, even with us renting out this property, we still have to build the store, which I don't really understand. So click R to access the various menus. When finished, you return to your store through the top menu. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay, so here we are. R. We have branding, exterior, interior, shapes, and lamps. Okay. Right. Okay, so your text here. What is this? Oh, is that our logo? Okay. Right. It feels like it's like just a Unreal Engine modifier that we got going on here. Glossy paint. It looks like we're just kind of developing our own game at this point. Marble. Clear glass. Oh god. Transparent. That's kind of cool, I guess. You have the logo just selected there. Oh, is it a light? Oh, it is a light. Is glossy. Okay. Can we duplicate that? I'll place that right there. Little Georgia peach. There we go. Yeah, it does feel like kind of like we're definitely feels like the Unreal Engine for sure. Right. Okay, so click to verify. Purchase changes. Did I do it? Okay. Entrance, outer structure, colorized, decoration, wall elements. Right. So entrance. Does this change anything? There's nothing there, and just one door. See, this is silly, I think. If it's a rented property, we shouldn't be messing around with this. We should just get an outer shell, start from there, and build up our business, right? Because we don't even have a back room. We don't. We have no back room. Like, no place to put inventory. So we got to go at least like that, right? Click to verify. Walls must form a loop. I mean, like a corner. Like that? Wait, didn't we get an office in the other one? Okay. Walls must form a loop. How is that not forming a loop? Delete that. Walls must form a loop. I don't know what you are asking me. Just make a wall. Just do this. How about that? You ever think of that? You just... Okay. Wall elements. What the hell is this? What is that? What is this? Wait, what is that? What was that? Was that paint? I don't know what that was. Walls must form a loop. That is the loop, right? I'm pretty sure that's how the tutorial told us to do, like, what to do, right? Oh, this is outer structure. Does that matter? Maybe that matters. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's outer structure that's the problem. Outer structure would, you know, say that's the outside of the structure, right? What about wall elements into this wall? Can I do anything here? How do I put a back room? I'm not gonna have all my inventory and stuff out in the middle of the no, right? Decorations. I like this. I think this is cool. Like the exterior and all that. Like, hey, you know, put a bench right there in front. That's cool. Like that. But again, I feel like this is going away from the King of Retail I like, which is like the logistics, the building, the economy, the building of a business. This is not so far the impression I'm getting out of this, which is quite sad because it feels like it's a step backwards because we got everything we wanted in King of Retail when King of Retail did come out, right? 1.0. Except now it's just more of a trying to be fancy with it, isn't it? I don't know, man. I don't know. Colorize, carpet. I mean, I would like to maybe have tile, I guess. And like the okay, hang on a sec. Let's do one thing at a time here. Wood. Let's do wood. All right, let's do wood. That is not the color I want. I mean, that's better, I guess. I guess that's fine. Do wood. All right, so we did wood. Now let's do the walls. Bricks on wood. Yeah. Let's do bricks on wood, yeah? Like chocolate bars. What am I doing? Not really caring about the color coordination that we got going on here. Well, I guess outside could be colored too. You know, yeah, probably a good idea to color the outside, right? I don't like how gapped all the buildings are. You see how everything around is like all gapped up? It makes everything feel so unnatural. Now, in the first King of Retail, there was like, you know, everything was like smushed together. It was like in a town. This, it just seems very spaced out. This is a very, you can tell this is like early access. I don't know how else to say. Okay, I don't really want to put any decorations. Is there anything else that I need to do in here? I need to put like lights or something? Or are we done? Are we done? What does this button do? Are you sure you want to leave build mode? Okay. All right. We left build mode. Interesting. I don't know how I'm feeling about this right now. Prepare your store. Now let us get on with the actual preparation of your store so you start making some sales. Right. Preparing the store. A proper preparation before you can sell products to your customers. The store needs to be prepared first. You will need the following. I mean, that stuff looks cool, I guess. Delivery units. A delivery unit, so the courier actually has a place to deliver your ordered products. Orders and delivery. Some products, they should be ordered and then delivered. It is your opening day. What the hell? What are you talking about? It is your opening day, so you can get as many deliveries as you like for free. Oh, okay. Building a storage units to keep your products stocked in an organized way. Make sure the storage unit fits the ordered products. Some displays, products showcasing. Some displays to properly showcase. I don't know what the hell that means. Some displays to properly showcase your products for the customers to take. That's a weird way to say that. Make sure the displays also fits the ordered products. Cash register is to receive money, set up the queue, and open the register. Right. You are now ready to take customers and make some sales. I'm very disappointed over the fact that there is no office. There is no delivery room. I have to like, I guess, do that on my own. Oh, is there lights in here now? All right, cool. So get the basics in place. Prepare your storage with a delivery and a storage unit. Order some products. There has to be a way, dude. I gotta see. There has to be a way to make our own back room. It's insane that we can't make our own back room. Surely we can. I gotta try again. Construct the outer walls of your building. No. Add decorations to your store. No. Add various wall elements such as windows or panels to your walls. Okay, there is literally nothing we can do about the walls. Yeah. From all of this, unless there is walls here and they want us to use shapes, which I hope they don't, there's no possible way to actually make a back room. Okay. All right, well, that's a little disappointing. I do like the outer shell kind of start, like, you know, like you just move into some, you know, you lease some building. I like that idea, and then starting from there, and maybe even buying the property out like we could in the first game. All right, so let's see here. Access various menus, order some products, request a delivery of your ordered products, unpack your delivered products, buy and display and showcase your products on it, buy a cash register, adjust the queue length, and open it. So let's see here. So prepare your storage with a delivery and storage unit. Yeah, well, we can't really do that because we don't have storage. So buy inventory, display, register, storage. Small storage shelf, 1200. Small refrigerator. Small refrigerator storage unit prevents groceries from spoiling. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's different from the first one. I like that. That's really neat. Too bad I can't put it in the back room. All right. I will use the do they have snap to grid? They do have snap to grid, thank God. They brought that back. That's good. Oh, the music's jazzing out. This is weird, dude. Isn't it weird? It's weird. It's weird that my delivery stuff is going to be out in the middle and you're going to be able to see everything. Okay. So we did that. What else do we need? We need like pallets, right? I don't know how many we need, but we have some. The grid, it doesn't actually line up with the grid. The snap grid doesn't line up with the building walls. That's unfortunate. I don't know how many pallets I need, but maybe one is fine. And then unpack your delivered products. Buy a display. Yeah, it's buy a display. I don't even know. What am I buying? Clothes, I guess? I don't see this. I don't even know my vision here. Well, we need a register. We do know we need that. So let's buy a register. Looks like we only get one type of register too? Really? Yeah, I don't know, man. This isn't good because this is considered, I guess, in the other King of Retail game, there is multiple different types of registers and we only get one register, which looks to be like a grocery register kind of register, not a boutique register. Yeah, that looks more or less like a grocery register. Interesting. I feel like we're lacking a lot of features from the first game, which is very disappointing. Why are we going backwards? Okay, buy inventory, buy a display. What the hell is this? Default? Wait, what? Wait, what? All right. Sure. What am I doing? Am I doing clothes? I have 2 racks for clothes. Yeah, let's do clothes. Let's do clothes. Even though we have a grocery freaking thing. Yeah, I don't know about this being the start of a series. I think, honestly, looking at it right now, what does this mean? Segments? It doesn't even show the different segments. I guess 4? Oh, okay. As far as this being a series and all, I think this one needs the bake in the oven. I'm sorry, folks. I don't think it's there. I think it needs to develop more. It's a circular or this thing, this one, like right there. Give me maybe another one of these. There we go. There we are. Let's do that. You know what? Let's exit that and go. Is there a way to can't pause the game. Settings, show names. I need to go to settings, volume. I don't know if it's copyright or not, so what the hell? It doesn't even turn off. There, master volume. Okay, your music slider doesn't work. Wait, I can't turn off the entire sound effects. Ay. Oh my god. All right, well, that's gonna be lovely. If I get copyright claim, I'm gonna be very upset. The fact that I can't even turn off the music without turning off all the sound entirely. Lovely. Okay, let's see. What else? Okay, we need to get products in, right? Yeah. Let's go with products and go to ordering. Okay, so ordering products. Sure. Add products to your cart and place the order. Watch your delivery space. Some products need more than others. Wait, what does that mean? More than others? Capacity, I see. Matching with your storage. Products are stored and displayed differently. Make sure what you buy fits your storage in displays. Sure, like freezer or like that. Got it. Requesting a delivery. Couriers usually arrive at 9 a.m. If you want your order sooner, like now, you need to request a delivery. Receiving the products, a courier will only unload to empty delivery units. When unloaded, only thing left to do is unpack them to the storage. End of guide. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling the skill system is not in the game, because I remember there being a skill system for your character that you got to like get skill points that you could spend whether or not you're like unpacking something faster, ringing people out faster. I feel like this is going to be a very bare bones kind of release, early access release of King of Retail 2, which is a very disappointing thing here, especially with over the amount of years that it's been since King of Retail 2 has came out, which it's been over 3 years. And I believe this game also had a delay once upon a time too as well. What is this? Is this like subcategories of categories of shirts? Why are we... Oh, damn, this music. Okay. This is interesting. Right. Wearable art brick. Sure. There's a lot of like categories and subcategories going on here. So these are t-shirts, these are regular shirts. You have polo shirts, we have long sleeves. Yeah, you can get food if you want. I guess we could do, you know, we could do groceries if we want. We could do men's fashion. We could do health and hygiene if we really wanted to. Looks like there's some sort of foil, I guess. Kitchen, wash, closet, cleaning, household items. Looks like we can get literally anything we want. There is no true to like beginning of like, hey, we're gonna start out with a grocery store today. Hey, we're gonna start out with a clothing store today. Hey, we're gonna start out with an electronics store today. It doesn't even seem electronics is part of this game, yet they did mention electronics at the beginning of the game, so it does seem like that's not even an option. Nonetheless, it's going to get a black t-shirt in. Let's also get, let's get the, I like the this colored shirts too. Let's get those in. These look pretty cool. Let's see here. It says black shirt times 6. So do we get one order of 6? Is that what that is? Oh, do you have to click it for one order of 6? Okay, so that doesn't mean you get... Okay, right. So 6666. That would cost us almost about $2,000. There's 24 articles, 24 out of 1,000 for the delivery capacity. Looks like we can get it. We can get so much more. What does this button do? Set a maximum. Wait, set as new min-max value. All right, let's go ahead and place this order. Let's just kind of put some stuff out there. Would you like to request a delivery immediately? Yes, let's do that. Products to deliver 24 storage types. That delivery capacity required 24. Price and things like that. Yeah. Okay. Let's start getting stuff in just so we can kind of learn how this goes. Is that the delivery guy? He doesn't have a box with him either? No, he doesn't even carry a box into the store. Like, oh, come on, man. What? He doesn't bring a box in? Where's he gonna go? He just disappears in the middle of the street. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. Okay, manage, unpack. Man. I was very excited for the sequel, but I think I'm gonna have to let this game bake in the oven. It's just not. Yeah. We've gone backwards from compared to the first game. We have gone backwards. So this is the thing I was talking about, where you could actually gain skill points for your character in King of Retail 1, and then you can spend those skill points to make your guy unpack faster. It does seem like that's not a thing in this early access version of the game, which is very, very disappointing. All right, so that's there. Oh, by the way, we couldn't change the color of our shirt, so yeah, there's that also. Listen, I know I have early access version of this game, but if we are as creators getting a press version of this game for early access, yeah, I think there needs to be some sort of build that we can at least showcase for everyone else. So far, if this is how it's going to be when it comes out in a couple of days, I'm a little bit worried. I'm very worried. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let's go ahead and click design and customize. So what the hell is going on here? Glossy shelves, glitters. What the heck is all of this stuff, dude? Like, I just wanna, I don't know. Can I get out of that? Okay, let's try again. Move, change the design of the display, manage. There we go. Let's manage it. Using your displays. Setting up your displays, your products are your bread and butter. Without them, there's nothing to sell. Fully stocked displays are the key to your success. Different displays for each different product. Each type of product needs a matching display. However, an article icon to see the display type it requires, and make sure it matches. First step is to set up the display. Add and adjust shelves by selecting the appropriate action from the context menu and clicking on the part you want to change. To add products, you choose one from the menu and then click on the shelf where you want to place it. This spot will now be reserved for the product. Refill your products, doing, I guess, something with that. If you have actual stock available in the storage, you can refill the display by selecting the refill option from the context menu. Emptying the shelf, I guess you can use that. You can also remove products as long as there's available space in storage. End of guide. Right. So, okay, that's cool. I like that. You can add like multiple things, shelving, I guess, in this case. Is there anything else I can manage? Okay, right. We can put, wait a sec. How do we do that? How do we add? Refill. Pack? Do we have to put that article is too tall to fit there? Oh, God. Okay. There. Back to the clothes. Okay. Okay. Cool. How much can I put here? All right. Did I put that particular one there? Maybe I did. Yeah, I did put that one particular one. That's cool. Okay, this is a nice little thing here. This is cool. This is, you know, this is kind of cool to see, I guess. It's a lot different than before, but yeah, it's, you know, it's there. And then can we get the other shirt? Not a big fan of the subcategories and categories. It's like you need to go into a category to get into another category, though. Okay, so there we go. We did that. And now we need to refill. There we go. Taking the shirts off. Adding them to here. Very cool. And again, this is a whole nother thing. Like, if you had a player skill tree like they did in the first game, we would be able to refill faster, right? Or at least build up towards that and whatnot. So there we go. Buy a cash register, adjust the queue length, and open it. Adjust the queue length. Customize signs. Manage queue. Okay. Direction. Wait, which way is this going? No. There we go. Oh, that's cool. I like that you can actually customize. Oh, Lord. I like that you can customize the queue in direction and length and all that. Still very disappointed with the fact that we can only have one register, and that seems to be a grocery register, but yeah, all right. It's cool that there's that. What else do we need to do? Adjust the queue length and open. Oh, we need to open it. Customize sign. Oh, you can see it right there at the top. Yeah, all right, sure. Let's see. Managing cash registers. The most important thing about cash registers are the different modes. They are open queue Queue closed and closed register. Open queue means customers can come and stand in line and wait for their turn to be checked out. Queue closed means no new customers can come and stand in line. However, those already there will stay and wait to be checked out. Closing the register means no one will be served and customers in line will leave immediately. No, they will not react positively to this. Okay. If a customer leaves the store with unpaid articles, don't worry, you will receive them again the following day. Wait, what? Why? Okay. Yeah, so like shoplifting, all that fun stuff that was in King of Retail 1 doesn't seem to be in this game yet. Auto start sale, open queue, I guess. Yeah. I feel like there's AI music going on in my ear too. Last details. The fundamentals are ready. However, we are not in a hurry. Take your time to finish up, adjust the layout, check your products, and make sure everything's in place. Right. Yeah. One thing we need to do is we need to check the prices of things, right? We need to be able to know how much we're selling and how much we're doing this for. So sell unit, we don't want to do that. We want to manage these units. Can we adjust prices? Is that a thing? Open product panel. Maybe this isn't the right area. Let's go to store product. Yeah, manage products, product viewer. There we go. We got product viewer. Can we actually name the products? Oh, that's cool. You can actually name the products. That's pretty neat. Love that. There's a lot of info here. Segment appeal to like pensioners, it looks like. Cool. Use local price, supplier price, concept sale price, local price, profits 50%. In storage, in cart, in min-maxing, long-term trends in summertime, unpopular at winter. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. I like that. Black trends when the color is in fashion. Influence the article moderate. Okay. So what's local price mean? I don't know what local price means. Use local price. Concept sales price. Oh, is that like throughout our industry? Like, or not our industry, our incorporation maybe, and then local price is like the store's local price. Still feel like these prices are a little bit inflated, but whatever. Can we do like 120 for that? Yeah, we'll do 120. And I think that's now going to be 120. Product viewer. This one could be, I don't know, let's just do 180, I guess. There we go. And then let's go products into product viewer into this and do, wow, this one can be 210, I guess. And this also says red. I guess if red trends right. So yeah, we only have shirts. I'm just interested to see how this game works. And then this can be, I don't know, 145. Sure, we'll do 145. That will be that. And we can sell those shirts. Could I order more stuff? Yeah, I could. Should I is the question. Maybe. Let's go to store. Oh, there's the radio. Thank the Lord. Why? I don't. Okay. All right, store. Make the right decisions from analyzing the statistics. Sales, article summary, reputations. Yeah, local area knowledge. We don't know. Segment reputation, overall average. Okay. Staff schedule. What? No, we can't see the schedule from here. We gotta have like the computer, right? And all that, like the pre, like, you know, you would do like your pre, kind of like set up your shifts and all that, right? Let's go pants on them. I dig it. Okay. Wait, why doesn't this have like those numbers things? They don't have the number things like the shirts did. 6 question mark? Kind of like what they had before. 6. Place order. Okay. Guy with no box comes in, no product at all. And then, oh, I guess I could have did another one, another pants. Let's go pants, back to those, and I don't know what colors I bought. Let's get this one in. 6 pants. There we go. All right, let's unpack that. Unpack. I don't know, man. The courier cannot deliver all the articles. Right, because he doesn't deliver on top of an empty pallet. Just about. Okay, right. Maybe I should have 2 delivery units. Does that mean he's not going to come back at all? Or we have to wait for this to be unpacked, then he will come? Hopefully my order doesn't get canceled, man. All right, there you go. Now will you come? Come back? Deliveries? Request. Okay. Now for this stuff, let's see here. Let's go to, what was it? Manage? I feel like, yeah, manage. Correct. Yes. We'll place all the pants over here. Then we'll go this one. All right. This one. Okay. And then exit that out. Refill that. It'll take some time. Okay, he did actually bring the box now. Okay, cool. We don't have to like go through the menus again to reorder that. All right. Very well. Very well. You know, like I said, there's a lot of things from King of Retail 1 that they just don't have in this game. There's a lot of... Did I order one? One box of that? What the hell was that? It was 1 box of caviar blue. I thought I ordered 6, but maybe I didn't. All right, whatever. We'll just do 1 of that then. But yeah, there seems to be a lot of things missing in this game compared to the first game. And I don't understand why devs do that. I don't understand the whole mindset of that. We had a complete game. We had a fantastic game in King of Retail 1. So why take away all those features that we just loved and like grew to love and like really feel like a, you know, like it was a complete game, and then come on over to the sequel and just break it down into bare bones and just strip away everything that we love. Like, what's the point of the sequel then if we're just gonna get like, I don't understand. Maybe somebody in the comment section can like explain it to me and dumb it down for my tiny brain, because I don't quite understand why, you know. So I think we need to leave the store and go into the city for us to continue to the next day so we can actually open the store. But if you are thinking this is going to be like a direct, at least direct sequel to King of Retail 1, and we're going to get like the great stuff that we got from King of Retail 1 brought over to King of Retail 2 and then expand on that, which I would hope would be the case, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Already, your store is set up and ready to go. Tomorrow is your big opening day, and all you have to do now is go home and get a good night's sleep. Yeah, whatever. Go home, I guess. Now, the game day is split into 3 different phases: morning, workday, and evening. Each phase allows for different actions. Interesting. Mornings gives you the time to react to overnight events like employees calling in sick. Time is not running in this phase. This phase is not yet implemented. Wait a sec. So there's the morning phase from the city view. Does that mean we have to get we don't get the like that office kind of thing? Is this like we just get the top down menu now? Workday, this is where you get busy. Time is running, and this is where you go to your shops and make some money. Evening, you can relax after a hard day working as time is not running. Visit your HQ, manage properties, or rebuild your shops before heading home. Interesting. So I guess there's not like a 24/7 mart that you can make, or a business that is open 18 hours out of the day or 16 hours of the day. At least it doesn't seem like that is the case. If there's 3 phases: morning, workday, evening. 01 Q1 2025. That's cool. But if you have to see that every time you skip a day, that might get tiresome. Your earliest store opens at 10 a.m. Okay. When will you get to work? I will get to work at 9 a.m. Wait, what about the morning phase though? Don't I have to like worry about the morning phase first? See, there's like no scheduling. There's no introduction to like scheduling of like staff, maybe, at least right now. Good morning. Are you ready for the big day? Local newspapers have taken interest in your store and have set up a marketing campaign that will attract customers to your store. When you are ready to start the day, go to your store. Yeah, all right. Sure. I think there's a lot to be left to desire with this game. I know it's early access, but still, man. Still. There was a lot of success and a lot of cool stuff in the first game. I don't know why we're going backwards now. Now, the time has arrived. No more setup, no more nothing. Only the customers matter now. Get them in your store and make some huge sales. Good luck and have a great sale. Customer interactions. You can interact with customers in various ways. When they are available for conversations, this icon will appear as you get close. Many customers won't know your shop yet, so they'll stop outside and decide whether to enter. Talk with them to help convince them. Some customers will actively seek assistance from a salesperson. Talk with them to help them out. Cold sales. If a customer is considering a product, you can step in with a sales pitch. Just know each attempt makes it harder to succeed. If you do well with your customers, your reputation will increase. Increase reputations and make your customers come to your stores to keep the snowballing rolling. Yeah, the only problem is, though, is like the sales pitch. Like, we have no skills to actually work upon with the skill tree to actually, you know, talk with the customers and convince them to be around. It's just not in the game, I guess, yet. What is this? So now we have to wait till 10 a.m. and then our store will be officially open with our grocery store looking register and our clothing store. All right, let's fast forward till 10 a.m. then. And like I said, like the outside of it just looks awful. It does. Compared to the first game, man, it is like a very empty and I don't know, man. It just doesn't. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I might have to come back to this like a long while. Like the customers disappear in the street. I don't even know where they appear at least in the last game, there was limitations of where you could walk and where you could go, I believe, right? And customers would at least come down the street or come around the corner, things like that, at least giving it kind of some sort of a like, hey, yeah, I think there was a limitation to where you could go. You can only go like X amount of like this far, right? You could only go like this far, and then you could see the customers coming down the sidewalk, because then you get super excited like, oh, today's a tourist day, right? Oh, look at all those customers that are coming in, things like that. Doesn't seem to be that's the case in this game. Looks like you can literally walk anywhere you want to in this, and it gives it the sandbox feeling. Not a big fan of it myself. I don't understand it. The first game, again, honestly, you know, I think the first game did well. So okay, hello customer. All right, so she's wearing white and red. So just like in the first game, colors of what the customers wore was an indication of what category they belonged to. Now, I don't know if that's the case in this game, if they made it that way or not. Hopefully they did. Hopefully they made it to where like, hey, the customers that are, you know, wearing a certain color, that's the demographic they fall under. This is just ridiculous. Why are they disappearing in the middle of the street? Yeah. They just disappear. And let me guess, disappear and reappear in the middle of the street. They're gonna like appear in the middle of the street here. It's 10 a.m. We're technically open, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I want to see if the color coordinated shirts is the demographic thing. Now, I know it's kind of silly IRL where it's like, oh, you think people in real life would be like the demographic, would be, you know, dressed in certain colors. That was the funny part and fun part about King of Retail 1, was the fact that you can have and you can recognize, okay, hey, we got the farmers that are, you know, that are coming in this day or this day, that they, people that were color coordinated. It just was a fun thing about King of Retail 1. So I really, really do hope they kept it this, you know, kept it in this one. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it doesn't seem like they kept a lot from the first game coming over into the second game here. It does seem like they really, and I'm just sitting here waiting for a customer to show up. As I'm fast forwarding time, it does seem like they went for like more pretty side and more aesthetic side, more, hey, let's customize stuff and customize the building, more than the gameplay and the gameplay logic, which is a big issue because gameplay and economic was one of my favorite things about King of Retail. So one of the reasons why I fell in love with King of Retail was because of the economy side and building a business and all that. Now, I don't know what the hell this means. It's just a green dot. Maybe that is the demographic right there. They are environmental workers, so maybe the environmental workers are green. The top needs is this and that. We'll invite them inside. Okay, so this is the mini game to invite them. So just like in the first game, there was like a little bit of a mini game to invite people inside. I didn't really understand how the first mini game worked, but it seems like they changed it, and this is a lot simpler. I like that better. That dinging sound is very loud though, but yeah, at least you you know, at least that mini game has changed and that's easier to do to invite people in. So I like that. Yeah, I can't really tell if I guess, yeah, green shirt. So she is environmental worker. She's also wearing the same outfit. So yeah, okay. So maybe outfits are still a thing. Hello. And then we will ring them out. Wait, that said 139 for that. 139 for that? Wait, didn't I change the was it that shirt? Did oh, maybe I didn't change the price for that. Did I not change the price for that? Concept sales, local price. Well, I guess concept sales price. What the hell is local price? I thought local price was us. All right, so I didn't even change the prices because local price. What the hell is local price then? Maybe the local price is like other local retailers is what it's going for. Maybe that's what it is. And then, okay, right. So I never changed the actual price of the shirts. That's embarrassing. But then again, I don't know. There wasn't really a lot of direction there. I guess we're conversating. And even this whole idea of like actually like checking customers out and things like that. And that could all have been that was all done by speed in the first game. It was all done by skill points. It was all done by a skill tree eventually. Yeah, I don't know. No, that can't be the local price because why would I be able to change the local price of I don't know what local price is. I was thinking maybe that was like other stores around here, but I shouldn't be able to change it if that's the local price. I was thinking this is like the price if we had multiple stores. This is like the price that we have across local stores. And then the local price was just our store, this store in general. But hello. Can we just use local price, I guess? On all the products? Yeah, all right, sure. Hi. Are you a green, right? You're a green, so you're environmental worker. Okay, so it does seem like they do have the color coordination for demographic, which is good. They look a little bit different, yes, but yeah, all right. I like it. Good to keep that nice. Good to keep that in the game. Nice bit of charm there. At least you know what you're working with, right? Okay, that's good. Now, this game, well, not this game, but King of Retail 1 was a actual school project back when it released in 2021 or 2022. It was a school project developed by one person, and the one person made an incredible game. He did, yeah, made an incredible game. It's a school project. It turned out to be fantastic. And then I believe halfway through the development of King of Retail 1, maybe towards the end of the development of King of Retail 1, I think they did start to hire some people like visual artists and things like that. I don't know. A nurse, red, nurse, red, nurse, red. When I think of red, I'm thinking farmer. I don't know how big the team is now. I'm not entirely sure if there's multiple people working on this project, if there's only one person working on this project. But it definitely feels like it's different. Is it created by the same person that created King of Retail 1? Maybe. I mean, the developer team, Freaking Games, I believe, is the same, but does that mean they're still under same ownership? Same person? Or, you know, I don't know. I don't know any of these details other than King of Retail 1 was a nice school project that turned out to be very successful. And with King of Retail 2, it seems like, I don't know, they might be on the emphasis of like customizing a store, adding like all this cool, like, hey, you can edit the walls, you can put up a nice sign, you can put benches outside, you could do 20,000 different textures on your floors and your walls, which really looks like implementations of like Unreal Engine 5. You know, they have all that, but they don't have the game logistics. They don't have the gameplay in King of Retail 2 right now. Again, early access, I get it, but I don't know, man. I feel like the first thing you should do is worry about the gameplay and worry about this cosmetic stuff after we get this gameplay, because all of us can hold on to cosmetics and changing of the outside or changing of what a store looks like on the inside. We can all hold off on that. I think when I speak, I think I speak for the majority of people, when longtime King of Retail fans, we want to see the gameplay. We want to see the logistics. We want to be challenged. We want to have all this stuff. Right now, it's just kind of like the run of the mill. Now, this might change on May 22nd when the game does release in early access. But as far as us creators and getting a creator build, this is what we have to work with. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not that impressed. I'm not that impressed, unfortunately. There's a lot of things lacking from this. There are some cool concepts and cool things, especially with the shelves and adding different segments to the shelves. I think that's cool. But the fact that we can't actually start out with an empty shell like you could and lease a property, that's very disappointing. The fact that there's not multiple registers, that's very disappointing. The fact that we don't get to change we don't get to choose our first product to focus on, that's very disappointing. The fact that we don't even have an office to go to, that's very disappointing. The fact that we don't actually have, I feel like we don't have complete control over our character. We can't change the shirt. We can't even have a skill tree for our character like we could in the first one. I feel like all the good stuff and great stuff about King of Retail 1 was stripped away, and we were given this game of King of Retail 2, which might be more trying to attract the visual side of things and not really much of the gameplay side of things when it does release May 22nd, 2025. Another thing to talk about is the thing with King of Retail. Back when King of Retail 1 came out, it was 2022, and there was a lot to be desired in the simulator world genre for sure. And there was not a lot of retail games out there, and there wasn't a lot of simulators, I guess, out there as well. Fast forward 3 years later to 2025, and after the big boom in the supermarket kind of simulator, retail simulator of 2024, there's a lot of competition, and there's a lot on the plate. A lot of competition in the field, I would say. And I think for a game like King of Retail 2, I think they need to kind of think about that and outshine the other competitors, because after all, I mean, there is so many other games that players could play or end up playing other than just the King of Retail 2. And if we're going to sit around and have a game that's going to take 3 years to develop, I don't know if the player base that themselves are going to wait 3 years for King of Retail 2 to be developed, when I believe King of Retail 1 took about a year or maybe less, or year or maybe 2 years and a half or so. So something to think about there as well. I think I'm gonna have to wait for this one to bake in the oven. There is a roadmap to this game, believe it or not. There is a roadmap, but yeah, even the customers disappearing in the middle of the road, what the hell is that? Right? The fact that I can go around and everywhere, and all these buildings are so spaced out, like it just doesn't have that immersion like it did in King of Retail 1. Seeing me being disappointed is very, very, like, I feel like I'm being too safe, if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm being too easy on it, but yeah, unfortunately, King of Retail 2 is just not what I would hope for it to be after the massive success of King of Retail 1. Maybe time will change and this game will change over time. I'll keep my eye on this game as it does develop through, but at least when it releases in early access on May 22nd, you'll probably guarantee that I won't be back to this game until there's some serious improvements to King of Retail 2. I know that will be very disappointing for some people to hear, especially longtime King of Retail fans that might have enjoyed my hundreds of episodes in the past for the first game. But at least with the second game right now, there's not really much to go off of. And that's just the unfortunate fact. 3 years since King of Retail 1 came out, and 3 years later, this is what we get as far as early access right off the rip. Yeah. Anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. I know, kind of disappointed for some, but maybe sometime in the future we'll be back and I can start my own business and we can start our own rags to riches story eventually. Till then, take care.